Going live. I'm live. I'm live. And there's 20 of you here already, which is awesome. What's up, guys? It's Grim. And I wanted to talk to you guys today. We're going to do something a little different. Last time we did the action figure rumble, which was so fun. But today, we got to rock it down. We're going to talk about some advice because life is hard and we all in this shit together. So I figured, why not come out here today? You know, I'm not going to sit here and scream and yell and play figures. Although I do have the figures right here. Hi, kids. It's your buddy Super Cena. Katie's here. Hi, baby. So what I wanted to do is talk to you guys about, like, how to fix your life. I get people coming to me all the time. How do you do it? How do you do it? You know, my girlfriend is in the chat right now. My girlfriend will be part of this show all the time. My girlfriend has been so supportive of me. My girlfriend, Katie, has been supportive of my vlogs. She's been supportive of my streaming. She's been supportive of my GTS show. Katie has had my back through some crap that we've been through lately. She stands by her man. And honestly, Katie has become the wind beneath my wings, so to speak. Like, I'm back into like my toys and my collecting and building my collection and setting up toy rooms and stuff. And it's like one of those things where, like, Katie inspired my spark again, because like she came in here, she's like, whoa, you know, it is cool. And then I'm like, wait, babe, look at this. And then I get excited and look at my Rey Mysterio. And come in the other room. I got Transformers to show you. And then I get excited to show her the things, and she gets excited to see the things, and it's just wonderful, you know. And no, that's not really doo-hop in the chat. So no, don't fall for the fake doo-hop. It's not really doo-hop. So stop being a fake doo-hop. Nobody likes a faker. But Katie's here in the chat. She's not here right now because, you know, we're still dating. She doesn't live here yet. We haven't moved in together yet. But we did have our 3-month anniversary. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are like, how did you do it, dude? How did you do it? How does Grim do it? And I feel like I got to be here to help people. So I'm going to talk, and I'm going to tell you guys things, and I'm going to help you guys and give you some advice. And if you want specific advice, you send in the donation, and then I'll answer your specific question. So again, thank you guys all for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell, turn on the notifications. And there's Ethan Wilkie with a question. Thank you for the dono, Ethan. He said, what happened to the old toy room? It looks like the door isn't even there anymore. When did you make the decision that it had to go? Okay. That's a tough one, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so the toy room was originally, it's actually my bedroom now. And it's actually 2 rooms now. And it's funny because you can see it on the videos. So I originally moved out of this house. I lived here with Barbara and Molly and Amy, and the YouTube blew up, and we were able to move to a bigger house. And then I was going to rent this house out to the wrestlers so they could live close to the wrestling show and all that kind of stuff. And then, so when we lived here, whatever, we moved out, moved to the other house, lived there for a little while. But then when I moved back here, we had to renovate the house. The house needed work anyway when I let the wrestlers move in, and then they finished it off. So it was like the house needed work, you know, and it was like a dump at that point. So we tore everything down, and I said, you know, I'm not going to, the rooms in this house are small. So I was like, what am I going to do? I want an actual master bedroom, like a bigger freaking room that'll actually fit a king-size bed. So we took down the wall between where the original toy room was and where my kids' room was. And actually, Ace Marksman speared me through it at Grimomania, if you ever want to go back and watch that. And then we turned the original toy room into my bedroom. And that's where I sleep now. That's our room. And then this room and the other room that used to be the bedroom is going to be toy rooms. 2 toy rooms now. And then Richard Worley. Hi, Grim. It's Richard. Have you any news on the Lisi thing? And would your best thing about the UK? Any news on Lisi? Yeah, we reported on Lisi on my YouTube channel, Silly Super Pop, on the GTS channel a few days ago. I said that, yes, she's coming back. Right now, storyline wise, she's not in the videos because she's disgusted with Ice T Curtis. She was off doing the lolcow thing. She's supposed to be at the next taping, so she will most likely be in the next episodes. Not the next one coming out, because that's the one where I'm facing Adam Bazar for the United States title. It's going to be a huge video next time on the Silly Super Pop channel. But Lacey will not be in that video, but she will be in the following video, I think, if she shows up for the taping, which I'm pretty sure she will. She told me she was. Okay, so yeah, Clash at the Pants. It's already started. Okay, so Deborah just said, I thought you were done vlogging. That's what you said. No, yesterday I said I'm done vlogging for no reason. From now on, I'm still gonna make vlogs. They're not going away, but only vlogs when they're necessary. Like it's like I used to put out a daily vlog. You know, it used to be daily. Every single day at 7:30 p.m. there was a 10-minute video of the day. You know, and that got exhausting and it got forced. And it's like, you know, some days nothing happens. Some days 15 things happen. Today was a very eventful day. I can't talk about that right now. It was very eventful, but I can't make a vlog about it or anything, you know, like, so it's one of those things where I can't do vlogs every day. And then sometimes things just don't happen. And sometimes I'm in bad mental health and I can't keep to a schedule of vlogs. I can't do it. And then it's like a 1 vlog a week, 3 vlogs a week, 3 vlogs in a row, and then nothing for 2 weeks. Like, it's just, I'm putting out videos when I can. So then instead of trying to have a vlog schedule, I'm just going to make vlogs when I can, when something's happening. It was like, oh man, we should video this. Oh man, this is important. Or, oh man, this is emotional. Or this is a moment, you know? So yeah, they're not going to be all the time. And instead, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to do some live streams where I can come and sit and chat and talk with you guys, give you guys advice or play figures or whatever. So nothing's going away. And then one of the other things is Katie got upset because a couple people were saying, oh, he's not vlogging anymore because of Katie. No, that's absolutely wrong. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. I'm vlogging more because of Katie. Like I said, me and Katie hanging out and doing things and having a new relationship has given me cause for saying, I want to make a new vlog. I want to vlog this. Hey, what's up, Tony Cheney? Thank you for being here, Tony. And is it the real Tony Cheney? I don't know. I very much think that Katie and me and our relationship has... Somebody said yesterday in the comments, they said, every time you're in a new relationship, you change. Okay. You know, and somebody said one of the reasons why the vlogs aren't good is because I say, nobody wants to see when we're having fun. They only want to see when I'm sad or upset. Thank you, Big Red Machine, for the dono. I appreciate it so much. So, you know, I took some of those comments to heart. And I said, valid to some of them not valid. Like people saying that Katie's making me not vlog. No, Katie inspires me to vlog. And our new relationship inspires me to vlog. And then like I said, streaming and connecting with you guys and actually talking so I can read your comments right now and respond to them right now rather than in the next video. You know, somebody said, well, when you're having fun and partying and carrying on, it's like looking at somebody's vacation photos. You only care if you were there. Like, nobody just wants, you know, like, okay, yeah, I don't want to see people's vacation photos. They're boring, you know? So it's like, oh, is that how my vlogs are coming off? Like somebody's vacation photos? Like, there needs to be, you know, an investment. Why am I watching this? What is the point? What is the payoff? What is the story? And it's like, that's what I'm saying. There's not always a story. There's not always something happening. When I say story, I mean something in real life, you know? So that's why when something's bad happening is, yeah, it's a story. So, yeah, see, the vlogs have been better with Katie, to be honest. I think they've been great. The vlogs have been awesome, and Katie's really pretty, and everybody thinks, you know, she's pretty, and they're enjoying seeing her enthusiasm and her energy. Katie brings great energy to the videos. She brings great energy to the vlogs, and we just have so much fun together, genuine fun together. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. But I get it if it's just like, oh, these are looking at vacation photos. We don't want to see it. Okay, valid. So I'm going to adjust that. Like I said, so the vlogs are more, you know, they grip you more. They invest you more. that puts time, effort, and thought. So I'm not just going to rip out, oh, we filmed some funny things today because something funny was happening. Excuse me. So Richard Worley just said, hi, Grim. I want Grim versus Danhausen and Brewery Brawl. What a match it will be. If you want to sponsor it, Richard, you let me know, because this is the problem. And this is what happened. And you know, Thunder Rosa did our last Brewery Brawl. Thunder Rosa is a current TV talent. Like, she's currently in AEW. And not only is she currently in AEW, but she's like, you know, formerly the AEW Women's Heavyweight Champion. So she's like the top of the top. You know what I'm saying? So to have her come to do our show, that costs money. That costs some big money. And on top of it, like, you know, she was a friend. So it was, you know, friend money more so than, hey, I don't know who you are, you know. But at the same time, it's still so much. Just the flight alone from flying her in from Mexico was $800 alone. That's on top of, you know, what we had to pay her to do the match. And, you know, we had to get it cleared through AEW and all that kind of stuff. I would love to have so many named talents on GTS, but the logistics are so hard. And then the money, you know, it's like, even if a wrestler's like, oh, you know, can I get $100? Like, it was a great deal. Yeah, sure. $100 be on my show. Cool. But guess what? The video makes $80. Like, what good is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we up to donations here? $8? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, how am I supposed to afford this? You know, I need everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so as much as I would love to bring Danhausen or any Matt Cardona, even any of the big names, we actually had the opportunity to get Nick Nemeth, you know, Dolph Ziggler for the Brewery Brawl, but it's going to cost major money, to the point where, like, what we would have to pay that person is more. Yeah, my nose is so clogged. What I'd have to pay that person is more than I could even make if I sell every ticket. Like the last Brewery Brawl, we sold it out. Still didn't make any money because of the expenses. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, no. This time, no. So I think that we can sell out the Brewery Brawl this time with just the GTS crew. You know, we are going to bring in one big special name, you know, so we have a former WWE star. James Ellsworth will be there again, you know, and you know, he's always awesome. Sandman costs too much money now. I'd love to have Sandman. That was my original thought. Sandman at a bar. I mean, no brainer. Sandman is like a couple of grand, dude. He's like a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. He got the WWE rub again. And I gotta go grab my nasal spray. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run this way. I'll talk the whole time, so you guys can still hear me, because it's right here. And I'm just going to get my Equate nasal spray. And then, bro, I have the worst allergies in the history of our sport. This is my nasal spray. I'm not doing drugs of any kind. I'm in a K-hole. If you guys all saw South Park from last week with Randy doing the freaking microdosing of the ketamine, and he's like, we're just microdosing. I'm in a hole. Oh my God. Hilarious. And poor Towley. I don't know it's definitely not the real Doo-Hop, because Doo-Hop never participates in this kind of stuff. And I'm not 100% sure if that's the real Tony Cini. I'd love to make sure. Katie, I actually saw that the Cracker Barrel thing, they rolled it back. They're going to keep their old logo and keep all their old crap because people were pissed. There was such a meltdown about Cracker Barrel. And it was like, one of those things was like, is it that serious? I don't think it's that serious. Okay. So a lot of people ask, how do I do it? How do I do it? You know, here's your life advice. You guys want to change your life? I'm going to give you the number one way to change your life. And again, it's like people getting upset about Cracker Barrel, right? And you get upset. Now you're upset, and it's in your brain, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Not me. I care less about what Cracker Barrel does. I don't care what McDonald's does. I don't care what fucking Taco Bell does. If Taco Bell's there and they got some steak burritos, cool. If they go away, womp womp, there's somewhere else to go. I love Shake Shack, man. That's like my favorite right now. I'm obsessed with Shake Shack, but Shake Shack's going to go away. Shake Shack's going to go out of business. womp womp. I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. You know, if you sit there and when you give a fuck, you're giving it power. Okay. So something's upsetting you and you say, I don't fucking care. You know, oh, so-and-so's talking shit. So, you know, somebody else come stand up there and be like, yo, Grim, you hear so-and-so's talking shit? And I'm like, so? And I don't care. Right? However, if somebody said, yo, hear so-and-so's talking shit? Oh, no, what'd they say? Oh, they said that, Grim, like you're a jealous loser, drug addict, drug alcoholic, and you're fat, and you're dumb, and oh, no, I'm upset. Right? Now I'm crashing out. And it happens to a lot of people. A lot of people get real upset. You know, we all worry about what people think of us, you know. And the older I get, the less I fucking care what people think of me. Because you know why? It affects my happiness. And I'm not gonna let some asshole talking shit or you know what I mean? Like hurt me. Like, because they talk shit all the time. I get senselessly attacked. One of the big promoters from around this area actually put on my personal Facebook the other day. He said, yeah, you know what, Dave? You get unfairly attacked a lot. And I said, thank you for recognizing it. Thank you for at least acknowledging it, you know? And I don't deserve it. I really don't. It's just, you know, the higher you climb the mountain, the more people are going to want to tear you down. And the higher I go, I mean, I was at the top echelon at one point. Grimm's stuff, GTS, you know, I was the most popular wrestling channel on this platform for 3 years straight. Back in the teens. 2015 was my biggest, probably 15, 16 were like my biggest years ever. I was huge. And you know, I had the biggest reactions shows, and I was doing the biggest views of anybody around in wrestling. And my vlogs were really popular too, you know, popular wrestling vlogs and stuff. And man, the hate that I used to get, the horrible things I used to say, they used to put so much on me. And I said, I could let this destroy me, or I cannot give a fuck, you know? So like when I have to deal with things in life, you know, it's like, okay, maybe something is happening. And I care about people. You know, I can't say, well, I don't care about people. You know, somebody gets hurt. Like I'm physically upset about that. Oh my God, somebody got hurt. And I very much care in the fact that I want to make sure they're okay. I want to make sure that, you know, they know that I care about them. They know that other people care about them. Those are the kind of fucks you want to give. You want to give fucks about the people that care about you, the people that love you back. You know, you care about them. But at the same time, like, people might switch up on you. You know, you can't be afraid to lose people, because that's when that's when you are giving too much fucks and say, oh, well, now this person, I'm going to allow this person, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, a best friend, a mom and dad, a brother, a sister, you're letting this person and how they talk to you dictate your mood. Okay. So now, you know, if my mom talks shit about me all the time, my mom's always like, you're a bum. You need to get a job. You need to get up and lose weight. You know, like, I can let it destroy me. Oh, my mom's always riding me. Or I could not give a fuck. I don't care what my mom says. You know what I'm saying? My mom can stomp her legs and punch pillows all she wants. I don't fucking care. I don't care what any of these people think. I don't care what anybody on Facebook thinks. Like, in high school, I'll tell you guys, in high school, like, I was not the most popular. I was like a nerd. Like, I got made fun of. Like, looking at it now, looking back on it now, I was like, you know, the autistic kid. I was quiet. I was, you know, I was a quiet autistic kid in the corner that was like, had no friends. So where did Grim come from? Grim came from not giving a fuck. Because I was always so scared in school. I was afraid of what people were going to think of me. I was afraid if I was sitting in my chair at school and my shirt was, oh no, my stomach's hanging out. Oh, I don't care. I was like, I don't care. Sit here. Oh, Grim, why is your stomach hanging out on live stream? Because I don't fucking care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I used to sit in school and be like, oh no, I got to make sure my shirt's right. I got to make sure my hair's perfect. Oh no, this hair's out of place. They're all going to make fun of my hair. Oh, no, I got a nose hair. They're all going to make fun of my nose hair. And I used to drive myself crazy. I used to go batshit, right? And worrying about what everybody thought of me. And then, you know what everybody thought of me? That was a fucking weirdo. That was just weird. Because I was carrying too much. I was carrying too many fucks around. And as I'm carrying too many fucks around, it's breaking my back. You know what I'm saying? And it weighs you down. So carrying all those fucks weighs you down. So start throwing all those fucks away. We get rid of the fucks. It's less weight off of you. Less weight off your shoulders. You know, they say I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. Stop giving a fuck. I have like 9 court cases coming up. And I can like sit here and stress them all. I cannot give a fuck. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Whatever do or didn't do. Like there's going to be a lot of a lot of stuff that's going to be upcoming. Sit here and stress it all day long. Stress this, stress that, or I don't give a fuck. Whatever happens, happens. You know, I got to go do this. I got to go talk to that, and blah blah blah. You know, somebody just said, "What happened to the toy wrestling?" I literally did that in the last stream. Had all the figures, like good old JRKO out of nowhere. What's up, folks? It's JRKO out of nowhere here, and it seems that Winter is pregnant on GTS. She's going to have herself a little crotch goblin. And folks, we don't want you to miss a minute here at GTS. So subscribe, tap the bell, turn on the notifications. This is actually live. This is not a premiere. I can read your comments. And thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. Everybody's saying that, you know. I think I'm a good vlogger. I do think I do good vlogs. Richard Worley, Grim. Have you got Jaffa Cakes McFlurry over in the USA? Because in the UK, it's got, at the moment, it's so nice. I don't think we have a Jaffa Cakes McFlurry. I don't know what a fucking Jaffa Cake is. I gotta Google this. Hold on. What the fuck is a Jaffa Cake? Jaffa Cake. Jaffa Cakes. I'm looking at them right now here. I don't know how to share the screen. I wish I fucking knew. Oh, those look amazing. And they put them in a fucking flurry? Richard Worley. All right, Richard, you need to fly me over. Get me a plane ticket. Put me on the plane. Fly me over to the UK. And get me a Jaffa Cake. So I can eat it. Yeah. See, and then your life's going to be better because you got to hang out with Grim. Jason Ricky Martel GTS. Grim, please get a guy to play my character, to team with Mark to the Jeff Bravo, become the real dream team. Can you find a real version of, oh my God. So Jason wants his video game characters to become real life characters on GTS. Send me screenshots on Twitter so I can see. Katie's, you're going to make me a Jaffa Cake? So I can eat it, yeah? Yeah, you do it. So, guys, we have a lot to laugh about today, by the way. Some stuff that's been going on in my life. Oh my God. I wish I can't, but I wish. We can get Jaffa Cakes and put them in the ice cream and eat it. Yeah, babe. I love that, Katie. Guys, do you want any advice? Anybody want any advice about anything? Like, because I will tell you how to fix your shit. I'm checking out the comments here. Okay, so a lot of people are asking about the Rampage Jackson, his son Raja, and beating up the wrestler Psycho Stu. I talked about that in the live stream on the Silly Super Pop channel, the one with me and Mage in the thumbnail where she's telling me a secret. I went into all about it. I think he's a piece of shit. Raja is a piece of shit. Even if it was MMA, even if it was real, even if, dude, I've been in fights. I've fucked people up. I hit them 2-3 times. As soon as I see they're like out, I stop. Because I'm not there trying to kill anybody. Any fight that I've ever gotten into was a self-defense situation. And I just, handle the motherfucker. There's one on TikTok. Adam Glynn on TikTok shared a video a few years ago. It was like 2021. You got to scroll. But Adam Glynn shared a video of somebody attacking me outside the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. They grabbed me by the back of the throat. I twist this guy around. I got on top of him and I handled him. I hit him, boom, boom, and then stop. You know what I'm saying? And then he stopped because I hit him and it was over. Like I didn't need to keep wailing on this guy and kill him. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. I didn't want to even fight the guy. He tried to fight me. I fight people to the point that they just stop and go away. You know, I don't need to overkill. You know, I'm a self-defense. So, if you ever got any heat with me, it's because you're the one attacking me. You know, I don't want to be left alone and on my own. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people are asking questions. There's good questions. If you want to have a good answer to that, send a dono with the question. I would not recommend moving to New Jersey. No. So where you live is a huge factor in your quality of life. You know, so you want to improve your life, you got to live somewhere where it fits your lifestyle. I love where I live because it fits my lifestyle. I have the beach 5 minutes from my house, you know, the beach, the boardwalk, the Jersey Shore. Like, I need that and no, I didn't say I was ending vlogs. I said I'm ending vlogs for no reason. If you pay attention, everybody started getting all up in arms. I said, well, I have to come here and clear it up and say, no, I'm just going to make vlogs when I need to make vlogs, when something good's happening. And in the meantime, I'm going to stream and be here and talk to you guys. Everybody's got to fucking jump down my throat no matter what. And Juan, it seems like you're crying. Yeah, you seem like you're crying. You want to improve your life? Stop fucking complaining about everything. Shut the fuck up. Like, why do you complain about a wrestling show? I'll never fucking understand it. Oh, let's start the booking. They book this, and why do you do that? Don't fucking watch it. You don't like it, don't fucking watch it. Watch how much better your life gets when you stop doing things you don't like watching shows you hate, or hang out with people you don't like, or complaining about shit for no fucking reason. People who complain are fucking miserable. Like, that's what, because I don't complain about anything. You know why? Because I got a great life and things are awesome. Everything is awesome. I mean, I got a room full of toys. I got a hot girlfriend. I got an epic wrestling show. And I get to hang out with the greatest audience in the history of our sport, except for a couple nutsacks that are in there. You know, we get a couple fucking morons that slide in the chat once in a while. But you guys, the real people, my fans, are the greatest fans in the history of our sport. I got it fucking made. And you know how I do it? Not giving a fuck. And putting out good energy. That's the next thing we got to get into. But we just got some donos. It's in your Xgrim now. Image, bring it up. I'll do it after the stream, Jason. Thank you so much. Money Lover. Not really needing advice. Just wanted to say that you are my idol. My dream is to meet you one day and be in one of your videos. Keep killing it, Grim. Thank you so much, Money Lover. You know what? We have something in common. I'm also a money lover. And thank you for the donos. We just got 2 big donos. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Money Lover. Appreciate the hell out of that. And yeah, so whoa, like Route Runner being an e-crier. Route Runner being an e-crier again. I'm gonna go on this live stream, and I'm gonna go in the comments, and I'm gonna call this guy an e-beggar because I'm jealous of him, because I have to go to work and I have a shit job cleaning up dog poo in a nursing home, and Grim's got a better life than me, so I'm gonna go in his comments and I'm gonna make him feel bad, because I'm gonna say, oh, Grim's an e-beggar, oh, Grim's a loser, oh, Grim's cringe, and you're a fucking loser. You're the one in my fucking stream trying to make me feel bad. Eat it, yeah. Okay, Richard Worley. Grim, what's your P.O. box for me to send some chocolate for Lacey and you? I don't have the P.O. box, and I keep forgetting to go. My beautiful girlfriend Katie even put a note on the door to remind me. And my dumbass still ain't done it. I've been busy, man. Look, I had shit to fucking deal with this morning. Everybody knows. And you're an e-loser. He says I'm e-triggered and you're an e-loser. So womp womp. Like I said, sometimes some dipshits wander into the comment section and they have a bad life. And that's what people do. When people have a shitty life, when people are miserable, miserable people complain. Happy people don't complain. You know, happy people don't try to cause problems with other people. Happy people are productive. Happy people are enjoying their happiness. You know, happy people are like, I'm hanging out with my spouse. Happy people are like, I'm going on a vacation. Happy people are like, I'm researching to buy a new car. Happy people are spending time with their kids. Happy people are building their collections. You know, that's what happy people are doing. You know what miserable people are doing? I'm going in the comment section to be mean to the YouTubers because, you know, I have a shitty job and I hate my life, and they have a really cool job and seem to love their life. So I'm gonna be mean. Oh, I'm a hater. What if it makes the miserable people happy? Hating makes the miserable people not happy. Because to be successful in life, you have to put out good. That is the final fucking nail in the coffin. Okay? That is the only way your life will ever be good. You need to clap for others. Because if you don't clap for others, it'll never be your turn. I fucking promise you. And you want to know how I know this? I was a hater at one point. Okay? I was a hater at one point. Okay? You guys got to understand. When I grew up, we didn't have any of this shit. None of this shit existed, okay? I'm from the fucking ancient times. We didn't have any computer shit. Like, this would be like space age to 14-year-old me. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? I can talk to all people? No. All of a sudden, when I was like 17, 18, AOL came out and chat rooms and stuff. And I used to go in there and I used to hate on people and I used to make fun of people. I was really fucking good at it. I'm a really good troll. You know, I could be a piece of shit. And I thought I was hilarious. Okay. And then I realized, what am I doing? And I was like, wait, I'm miserable. I was miserable in my life at the time. And I was so upset. Yo, there's the real Roscoe Duhop. Remember the Apple computer that Dad bought us? And that's how I know it's the real Duhop, because he brought up the Apple computer that Dad bought us. And yes, I fucking do. And yeah, it didn't do any of this cool shit. Right, Duhop? It didn't do any of this cool shit. But I used to be a hater. And guess what? Fucking Duhop was too. We were two little assholes and we were haters. And, you know, we'd run around and be shitheads and make everybody mad and troll. And, oh my God. And we just thought we were the funniest. Okay. And it made us happy. Oh, yeah. Did it make us happy? Oh, yeah. To go on and send out. Oh, my God. We were trolling this one fucking guy. No, babe, I saved you pie. That's for Katie. We were trolling this one guy, and it was like we thought we were the funniest, you know. And it was like this guy was getting so upset, and then him and his wife were fighting, and we were ruining his life, and we thought it was hilarious. Yeah, Duhop just said yelling comments at the car windows was better. Nobody does that anymore because it's like, you know, there's too much surveillance and everything. But yeah, we used to drive in a car, you know, and I'd be driving and Duhop would yell out the window and go, "Hey, you fucking idiot! Yeah. Nice hair, douchebag! Nice bike, you poor bastard!" You know, we were assholes. You know, we'd yell shit out the fucking windows. And guess what? We were assholes and we were miserable. You know, and then I realized, you know what? When I stopped doing shitty things didn't happen back to me. All of a sudden, I started saying, you know, I'll do some good things. I did some nice things for people. And all of a sudden, they started doing nice things back. And then I was nice to people. I said, you know what? I like your shirt. That's a cool fucking bike, man. I'll be like, oh, yeah, you like my bike? And then they have a smile on their face. And I go, yo, cool shirt, bro. Roman Reigns, hell yeah. And it puts a smile on somebody's face. You sit there and go, oh, you wear a Roman Reigns shirt. He sucks. Well, you're being a hater. And you make, well, I like my Roman shirt. Well, I think you look stupid in it. Well, now you just made that person feel bad. You put out negativity. Imagine if you put out positivity. You made somebody feel good. And I learned that that's the superpower. So if you want to fix your life and you want your life to be amazing, stop giving a fuck about stupid things. Stop complaining and put out good. Okay? Instead of tearing down somebody's video and say, oh, this video sucked. It wasn't funny. It was too long and you guys are boring. You know? Say, hey, man, I see you guys are trying with your videos and they keep getting better. Maybe next time you can try spicing it up like this, you know? And you can criticize something without making people feel bad, you know? Let's say, oh, hey, did you like dinner tonight? You know what? Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. But when you made it last week and you put the cheese on top, it was even better. So that's my positive criticism. You see? And then instead of making people feel bad, you make them feel good, you know? Or just randomly. I'd love to randomly see people. Hey, yo, cool hair. Hey, that's a nice car. You know, hey, where'd you get those rims? I like those sneakers, you know? Sometimes I just like people's looks, you know? Somebody like looks like they like, you know, a character from fucking TV or something, you know? And it's like, you know, hey, dude, what's up, man? Cool look. You know, I do that all the time. You know, my daughters are embarrassed. Dad, why do you always talk to people? I like to be nice. I see somebody's got like a cute, a cute animal. They're walking along, a cute dog, you know, a cute cat. Hey, you know, it makes people feel nice. I like to make people feel nice, you know, and that's the superpower because that's the way the universe works. Spoiler alert. I just gave you the key to unlock an amazing life. You got to stop complaining. You got to stop making other people feel like shit. You got to build people up instead of tear them down. Okay? You put out good in the universe, you stop complaining, and you stop giving a fuck about dumb shit. Thank you guys all for being here. This is Dave. This is the real Dave. Just the Dave talking to y'all. And, you know, I'm not like doing, you know, a crazy stream where, you know, we're having the donations for the wrestlers, having fun with the wrestlers and whatnot. It's JRKO to nowhere. But, you know, today I just wanted to sit here and talk because I've been going through some shit. And this morning, I had to deal with something, you know, and it was one of those things that it's like, turns you all the way around and says, what the hell's even happening? You know, and we get through our situations and we handle them the best we can. And that's all we can do. So if I could describe this stage in my life, for the first time ever in my life, I'm living alone. You guys ever live alone? Because it's crazy. Okay. Living alone is different. It's something that I'm not used to. And it's something I've never done until now. And that's when my ex moved out, you know. And that was at the end of March. So, I mean, really April 1st. So kind of like since April 1st, I've been alone, living alone. Now, Katie comes and stays the weekends, which is awesome. And I love having her here. But, you know, living alone opens your eyes to life. The hardest thing for me living alone is what to do. Like, you know, you wake up and, you know, you have to do things, you know, you got to go to work or you got to make you know, I got to make videos, you know, I got to work, I got to clean my house, I got to do the dishes, you know, I got to take a shit, I got to shave, I got mail to tend to, I got bills to pay, I got people to see, people to text. Oh my God, there's so much to do. And sometimes I go, what do I do? What do I do first? You know, sometimes like when you have somebody else here, it helps you prioritize things. And when you're by yourself, for me anyway, yeah, make a schedule and write stuff down. And it's like, I have to put it down on a schedule that I need to make a schedule. Like that's how fucking ADHD my fucking brain is. So living alone has been a challenge, you know. I have a cleaning lady come every week. Katie was here on Saturday when the cleaning lady came and she brought a helper and, you know, they tore up the house. They made it clean for us. And then I got sick. I've had a stomach ache the last 3 days and just absolutely annihilated the toilet. that I had to clean the toilet myself just a few minutes ago. I went in the bathroom and I was like, oh my God, it stinks in here. And I looked at the toilet and I wanted to throw up. It's only me. I'm the only one that's been here. So, who did it? Me. And if you don't do it, if you don't clean it up, who else is gonna? Nobody. I gotta wait for the cleaning lady to come in 2 weeks or look at this shitty ass gross toilet that I did. Richard Worley, Grim, have you had chips with cheese and gravy from the Chippy? No. Motherfucker, I need to have that because that sounds good. Where do I get it from? Somebody want to make me chips with cheese and gravy? Yeah. So Tony said Fran made a schedule and put it on the wall. Right. And it's like, I try to do that each day. Like, what do I have to do tomorrow? And I write it down, and then I try to prioritize things. And so this is a good question. And it didn't come with a dono, but I'll just use Richard Worley's dono because he just asked about the chips. So NS24 Deep has a great question. What inspires you every day to stay happy and positive despite everything in this social media era? And I like that question because I struggle with that. Some days, dude, I wake up and I'm not like, I don't want to do anything. I'm just want to rot in my bed and scroll my phone. And the only at that point, like, and again, recently was, I get to talk to Katie, my girlfriend. I love that. We're attached to each other. We text and snap and DM all freaking day long. You know what I'm saying? Like until we both go to sleep, and the first thing we do wake up is text each other. Like, we are like that. And that brings me happiness. But sometimes, dude, I don't want to get up and say, oh man, I gotta do this again. I gotta hustle again. It's just constant hustling, especially when you do this. Oh, this is bugging. Bitch, I'm working. This is my job. Come on here and connect with my audience as an entertainer. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people are going the streaming route now, So the social media area is hard to stay happy when you see nothing but negativity and bad things in your timeline. Horrible shooting yesterday. And then everybody starts arguing about who's to blame. Is it the guns? Is it the transgenders? Is it the liberals? Is it the conservatives? Is it the Republicans? Is it the Democrats? Who's to blame? The asshole who pulled the fucking trigger. That's who's to blame. And it's like, so how do I stay happy in that? It's like, it's hard. It's hard to see the horrors of the world, and that's where I say, like, it's hard to say, oh, I don't give a fuck. You can't say that you don't give a fuck because you have to, I'm heartbroken about what happened with the Raja Jackson situation. I'm heartbroken with what happened at the school shooting yesterday. I'm heartbroken about what every single day, something horrible is happening to somebody, and if I'm going to sit here and make myself sad and in pain over it, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I have to say, all right, so now I'm going to make sure that my kids don't get shot up. What are we doing? I go down to my school and I say, what are the safety protocols here? That's the only thing I can do right now is make sure that my kid's school is safe, So my kid's school is safe. Yeah, we have taping coming up soon. And I'm going to be done here on this stream at 5:30. I like to stream for an hour. So then I'll be there 5 minutes later, do hop. It's hard to stay positive when, especially if you follow politics and, your team's not in charge right now, and it's like, all the leftists are melting down over Trump. And then all the Trumpies were melting down over Joe Biden. And it's so ridiculous. Like, yeah, I care. I definitely care. And the only thing I can do is go and vote for who I feel is going to do the best for me, And somebody would say, well, you're voting against my interests. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't vote for everybody's interests. There's one or the other. There's no guy that represents everybody's interests, and I hate it. It sucks, but that's life. So you got to look out for yourself. Like I said, giving fucks, right? You can't give fucks about everything because if you give fucks about everything, it's too much to carry. I'm stressing about horrible things in this world. There's wars going on overseas. There's the horrible stuff going on in the UK. My God, you scroll Twitter and it'll destroy you and say, what a disgusting world we live in. How can I be happy? Well, you got to carve out your own little path of happiness. Honestly, for me, I go live in the woods. Or go live on the beach. And I'll just rot on the beach and scroll my phone and look at like memes and stuff that makes me laugh. And I avoid all the fucking shit that triggers me, the politics, the shootings, the death, the beheadings, the wars. I just, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it's your job to go stop the war, then care about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't care about the war, but the only thing you can do about the war right now is vote for the people that you think are going to fix it. And then other than that, you got to focus on yourself. Make sure that you're healthy. One of the things that my therapist taught me when I had my first wife and my daughters, I worked tirelessly to take care of them. And they'll all tell you that. As much as all the crap that's happened between us, they'll all say, Dave worked his ass off, and thank you for, acknowledging that, I worked my ass off to take good care of my wife and kids, but at some point I stopped taking care of myself, right? Because I was so busy worrying about everybody else. My wife and kids are so important to me that I want to take care of them. And you should take care of your person that you love, okay? But when you pour 100% of yourself into someone else, how much is left for you? And you stop taking care of yourself for someone else, you can't do that. And that's what I did. I stopped taking care of Dave because Dave was taking care of everybody else, and then Dave fell apart. I wound up sick. I wound up hospitalized. I wound up mental. And what did I do? What was I able to do? I had to pick myself up. There was a point in my life where I fell down so hard. I said, I can either accept being a loser, being a mental patient, and sitting in my bed and rotting and letting the depression and the all the other diagnoses I have that I don't want to get into right now destroy me. That was my choice. Or I could get up and fight. And you all know me. Now, this is real Dave, but, just like Grim, I will not go quietly into the night. I will not go down without a fight. And if you know me in any way, you know that I will fight till that last breath. And that's what I said. I said, I'm not going to sit here and accept the fact that I'm mentally sick. Just like you can have heart problems, you can have stomach problems, you can have brain problems, and it's an illness. It's not like, get some fresh air and get happy. Happiness is a choice. And I choose to focus on what makes me happy. And the stuff that I can't control or can't care about, I have to focus on me. I have to focus on me, and what's focused on me right now? I got to focus on my health. I got to stop eating junk. I'm in such pain right now because I've been eating junk the past few days. I'm in such pain in my stomach. I can't eat bad food, you guys. Like, honestly, I should be so thin because I can't eat bad food. It makes me sick. And I'm so sick right now. So I'm not eating any more bad food. I went to the gym today, focusing on my health. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my career. I'm connecting with my audience. I'm going to be streaming. Like I said, connecting with you guys a lot more. Going to taping right after this. I'm working. I'm focusing on my career. I'm focusing on my relationship. I got Katie Cripple H, my beautiful girlfriend of 3 months. We're building a beautiful relationship together. How do I do it? Well, I was being positive. How did I do it? I put it out into the universe what I wanted. I said, I want a girlfriend that's going to love me and be loyal to me, and that's not going to put me through the same pain that I've already dealt with. And she was looking for the same, and she put something on Twitter about it today. I saw on Katie's Twitter about, someone will love you in a way that they don't ever want you to feel that same pain again, and that's how I am. I just want to love and have happiness. And I told Katie, I just want to love and have happiness, and if we can both focus on each other and say, You're my girlfriend and you're the only one I want. And I'm not going to be texting other girls, flirting with other girls, chasing other girls. I don't need to do that. Just want you, baby. And she said the same to me. I just want you. You're the only guy I want. We're going to focus on each other, and it's me and her versus the world. And when you're really in love with someone, you can't think of anyone else. You can only think of the person you're absolutely in love with when you're really in love with someone, you know? And if you think that maybe your head's somewhere else, or you're looking at somebody else, or maybe you want to think about or chase somebody else, you're not in love. And that's fine. You don't have to be in love, but be honest and open with the person. You know, one of the things that me and Katie have established in our relationship, even if it's hard, even if it hurts, we have to be open and honest and just real with each other, you know? And whenever we faced anything, exactly how it was, you know, it's like, oh, well, this is what happened. This is my explanation for it. It's not going to happen again. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And it's you take accountability for what you do wrong. You say, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. You apologize and you move past it. You know, and when you choose each other, you'll always win. If you always choose each other in a relationship, you'll always win. You know why my past relationships failed? Because either that person stopped choosing me or I stopped choosing that person. And then there was reasons. Maybe I felt that person wasn't choosing me, so I stopped choosing them. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where I've had many relationships, and many relationships have failed, you know, for one reason or another. And each time it was one person in that relationship saying, I no longer choose you. Okay. And it's whether they chose somebody else, cheating, you know, whatever, whether they chose themselves. I no longer choose you. I choose myself because I don't want to deal with whatever your energy is. You know, sometimes that's it. And it's fine. People are allowed to break up and move on. You know, like the way I've always been in a relationship as well. Like with Barbara, you know, I didn't wish her bad, didn't wish her anything in any negative way. I can't make her happy anymore. So I want her to move on and be happy. You know, anybody I've ever been with, I felt that same. If I can't make you happy anymore, then that's okay. Move on and go be happy with someone else. There doesn't need to be hate. I don't know what it is with especially people. The people I've been closest to want to hate me the hardest. And it's sad, you know, because it doesn't need to be that way. And like I said, I it's not going to be on my end. I say it all the time. I don't have heat with anybody. People have heat with me, you know. And when I know they have heat with me, then I just avoid them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to sit there and try to clear my name with them. Like, you know, there's certain wrestlers, you know, that have talked shit about me. They have opinions about me. And do I give a fuck? No. Am I going to go chase out those people and say, hey, man, you shouldn't think this about me because this. Hey, man, you shouldn't have said that about me because of that. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. That loser wants to think that, you know, this of me, that of me, whatever. Who the fuck is he? Does he sign my paychecks? No. Why do I care? You know, and like somebody brought up Kurt Bale. You know, like again, that was a real life situation where there was real life heat. He real life switched up on me. And then, you know, after a little while realized, you know, it probably wasn't the best idea. You know, it really fucked him up in a lot of ways. You know, he wound up apologizing. He wound up taking down that video that he put out about me. And we're past it. I'm not going to be his friend. I'm not going to wrestle him. I'm not going to book him. I'm not going to ever allow him at my yard. But I don't have to hate him. And I don't. And I hope he doesn't hate me. I don't think he does. You know, and it's, I was going to say the last SWF show, which was a long time ago. It was, God, what was the last SWF show? It was like the springtime. But, you know, I saw him in the back room and we started talking something about GTS, something that he was at, and he chimed in. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in a conversation with Kurt Bale. But like, it was fine. Because again, the heat is gone. I don't want to hate people. You know, he apologized. That's all a human can do is say sorry. It's up to you to accept it. Was it valid? Was it genuine? You know, everybody can say, oh, I'm sorry. Like Cartman. but is it genuine, And, at first I didn't feel like his apology was genuine, but then towards the, because there was things that he said, but then there was later on things that he said differently, and then it felt genuine. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, now it feels genuine and I can move past it. First, it didn't feel genuine. I can't move past it, And again, not giving a fuck whether he apologizes or not, whether he's in my life or not. Like, I got to worry about me, bro. Like, did I want him to be my best friend? Yeah. Were we close as fuck? Yeah. Were we spending every single day together as like best buddies for a long time? Yeah. And then it ends. And that's the final ticket to happiness. In our last 5 minutes here on the vlog, I'm going to teach you. I'm not set for life whatsoever. I'm fucking broke, bro. That's why I'm hustling here. The final key to happiness. Wait, just slipped out of my head because I was I got distracted by that. What the fuck was I just saying? I was saying, Kurt Bale, the forgiveness, they're not giving a fuck, right? And then, I was gonna say the final thing. Honestly, it's focusing on yourself. Like, you got to focus on you and not anybody else. You have a life lesson. I have lots of life lessons. We'll get into that in another stream. We're gonna hang out here for another few minutes, but yeah. So like I said, accepting things for what they are. That is your final ticket to happiness. You can't have expectations, and you have to face the law of detachment. So, what's the law of detachment, you guys? Nothing is yours, and everything will end. So it's like you get in a relationship and say, well, this relationship is going to be forever. Well, it's going to end at some point. One of you is going to die. Maybe you'll die together. Like, I'm very romantic in that I want to die with my partner. Like, sorry, Katie. But the law of detachment is nothing is ever yours. You're partners and you're together and you're in this life and you die together and you move on to the next life together. Sure. But it's at some point, this life ended. This relationship ended. This live stream ended. This wrestling figure line ended. This Transformer line ended. Is McDonald's going to serve quarter pounders with cheese forever? It's going to end at some point. Even if they serve fucking quarter pounders for the next 3 billion years, when this earth gets sucked into the sun and the earth ends, so does quarter pounders with cheese at McDonald's. Everything ends. So when you accept the fact nothing is yours, everything will end, the law of detachment, and you say, okay, I'm going to enjoy this experience for what it is, and when it's over, it's over. And at least I got to enjoy it rather than never have it. And rather than be sad that it's over, be happy it happened. And let me tell you, you'll always have happiness in your life when you think of that. Say, man, that was a good relationship. I enjoyed that relationship, and now it's over. And I'm sad. Yeah, I'm going to miss that person. I'm going to miss those good times, this, that, the other thing. But now maybe I move on to another experience. Now I can move on to another experience, make more memories in a different place, right? And I'm sad that ended, but I'm happy it happened, and no regrets. You can't have any regrets. You know why? Because everything's a lesson. So I regret doing that. Well, that was dumb. Okay, that was dumb. But guess what? It put you to where you are now. And where you are now is important, whether you're up or whether you're down, because that is your destined road. That is the universe responding to your energy. Okay? So you can't regret it because the universe responded to your energy. And now that your energy has been responded to, this is what happened in your life. Okay? So that means you got to change your energy. You want shit to get better? Put out better energy. Stop complaining. Stop being a hater. Stop giving a fuck about things that don't matter to you. Okay? Stop watching shows you don't like. Stop thinking everything's going to last forever. Stop thinking everything's yours. Stop thinking you're entitled. Okay? And your life will improve exponentially. I can promise you that. I thank you guys all for being here with me today. Like I said, I'm going to be here streaming with you a lot. Katie's going to be here with me on the weekends. We have a big holiday weekend, so I'm taking her for a little bit more extra time. And I need help how to get a girlfriend in real life. NS424. Thank you for the quick dono. So how to get a girlfriend in real life. I mean, that's a tough one. There's a lot involved in that, you know, and everybody's different. But the long and short, the quick answer, be nice. You know, and the lawyers are, oh, nice guys finish last, or this, that, and everything. But you know what? I have never changed how I approached my relationships. I was approaching my relationships with, I like this girl. I want to be with this girl. I'm going to treat this girl like I really like her. I'm going to treat this girl nice. I want to tell her nice things. I want to take her nice places. I want to buy her fun things. I want to give her love and attention. Like, I want to be nice to her. And guess what? Girls seem to like that. They'll say, oh, yeah, you know, girls don't like that. And you got to be mean to them. Or no, just be nice. So you want a girlfriend? Be nice to her. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Excellent vlog, better energy, having a high frequency is key. Awesome advice. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the advice. Just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We're going to do a lot more streams. I got to get over to GTS taping now. We're going to be filming some episodes. Me versus Adam for the U.S. title happens tomorrow on the channel. It's going to be a banger. Silly Super Pop. And a lot more streams. Thank you guys all for the love. Thank you guys all for the super chats. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you for the shares. I only exist out here because of you. And I got to get going. If you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Eat it, yeah.